Hey y'all, what's up? It's your boy, Pete Nut, coming at you with another reaction. And before we get into this, welcome to the Peanut Gallery, y'all. And today, I'll be reacting to Gid 2772, one of his latest vids. Hei's Dark Tournament run was elite. Now, if anybody y'all know about Yu Yu Hakusho, that anime back in the 90s, classic, still stands the test of time. And Hiei right here, before there was a Sasuke, was this man right here. But this man's on another level. Enough talk, let's get into this.
Everyone who's seen Yu Yu Hakusho knows that the Dark Tournament is peak.
Yes.
And throughout the entirety of what may be the greatest tournament arc in anime,
Oh,
this man Hiei was on some elite timing. It didn't matter who they lined up against him. He made sure he was getting slimed out.
Yep.
And while at it, he was also putting up some all-time aura farming performances. This dominant run kicks off with his first match against Zero, the leader of Team Rokuyukai. And let me tell you, these Team Rokuyukai niggas really thought shit was sweet with Team Urameshi.
Exactly.
They walked up in these boys' trap and tried to punk him. Zero talking about he about to have these niggas looking like the coffee cup before it blows to bits. So you already know he ain't got to get back for the crazy talk. He starts off by talking a little bit of his own. Nigga, I know you use heat to pull off that bullshit ass trick with the cup, and I'm here to inform you, little bro. That lukewarm peewee ass flame you got ain't hitting on shit.
Nope.
Them some crazy ass words coming from a nigga with a Jagan BBL implant.
After the exchange of words, the boxing begins. Zero goes in with the first move, unleashing a massive wave of flames, but Hiei is clearly not impressed by this. So Zero decides to turn up the heat even more. Got niggas on the sidelines dipping and dodging, and straight up incinerate some NPCs in the crowd. But still, Hiei is not moved. He even laughs at Zero's little space heater ass flames. Zero, tired of the disrespect, tries firing a wave of fire at Hiei, who jumps out the way. And let me tell you something. Throughout anime fights, there are always signs that a nigga is gonna get done wrong. And one of them for sure is if you see a character do this rapid fire attack, also known as Vegeta's technique. And this is exactly what Zero decides to throw out at Hiei, who weaves each of these with ease. I swear this move is universally useless. That Hiei is still not pressed at all. Look at how much grace bro lands with. Peep his face. Bro was more worried about scuffing up his fit than anything Zero could throw at him. Anyway, as Hiei lands, Zero starts calling Hiei out for not fighting back yet, which Hiei pretty much responds with,
Because I'm starting to get bored.
What did you just say to me, you heartless little shit?
I said I'm bored. You're boring me.
That last bit of trash talk looked to be the tipping point for Zero. This nigga starts charging up until he's glowing red, looking like he's trying to release the 8 gates and shit. With how he moves next, he really might have. He speed blitzes Hiei and impales him. Got him doing his best Ace and Rengoku cosplay. And then this dude Zero gonna aura farm right in Hiei's face. Peep how it's all dark and it's only Hiei in the first frame. And then all of a sudden, this Zero is gonna set Hiei's body on fire as a light source so he can get off his cold shots for the TikTok edits. Just look at how he's standing there, arms crossed. They really think he cold for real. And he has the nerve to say, "Now I finished you that," before landing his final attack on Hiei. He really thinks he's that nigga. Look at the smile on his face, but he's not aware he's fighting part of the main cast. Hiei's body's gonna land, looking like it's been burnt to a crisp. And Zero's gonna look at this nigga in disgust and really start getting disrespectful.
All that talk, only for me to be smoking on that Jagan pack. Lame at dude.
Damn, nigga. That's really all you got? I ain't even give free hits and everything. It's a shame. I grease burn more than them little peewee ass flames. Zero, thinking it was over, tried to hit a dramatic walk away from the ring. But that's when Hiei lets his presence be known. And just look at the face this dude Zero is making. I can tell without even seeing. This nigga's knees are trembling. We get a shot of Hiei, and like I said in the beginning, this had everything on timing. This whole tournament, or farming being one of them. But he's gonna stand in the middle of the torrent of flames. Got the shadow covering one eye in the first frame. Then we get a close shot, and he's gonna let the spirit energy flare. Not too much, but just enough to burn away the bandages covering his Jagan eye. Such precision. Now with his eye free, he can unleash his ult, the Dragon of the Darkness Flame. And this move has one of the toughest charge-up scenes. The way the clouds are swarming around the arena, and the dark energy that starts shooting out the water, you already know this move was about to do some wicked damage. Cut back to Hiei, and Bro can barely control the fire in his hands. He starts telling Zero all about how once he releases the flames, it is what it is. He ain't got no control. And hearing this got Zero looking like a fake demon. Wasting no more time, Hiei finally fires off his Dragon of the Darkness Flame. And the flagrant aura farming in this scene is insane. Cause what was the reasoning for this nigga tearing his shirt to bits? He only does it this time when he uses the attack. And then not to mention how he's gonna hold this pose for a second before even firing it off. I'ma just say, Hiei is really an OG in this whole aura farming shit.
He is.
This nigga will get to Piccolo levels of egregiousness at times when it comes to what he'll do to make sure he looks clean. Anyway, he fires off his attack, and that shit completely incinerates him,
Goodbye.
leaving nothing but a burnout line of the nigga, and adding the first victim of the Hiei Dark Tournament pack watch. Seeing that was more than enough to make the other participants start moving different. They had to lock Hiei and Genkai both behind the barrier, because Team Urameshi was out here looking like the KD Warriors against these other squads. It was not fair. They got too many cold niggas on their team. Peep-Out Ruka really thinks she got shit on lock, and all this dude Hiei gotta do is flare his energy just a bit to have her start backing off. Nothing but fake demons all around. Shit really almost takes a turn for the worse when Yusuke gets hoed out his win against Jin. Hiei saw the type of bullshit timing the tournament was on and said, fuck it, breaking out the barrier with nothing but bad intentions on his mind. I'm telling y'all, the crash out we would have seen from Yusuke and Hiei would have been legendary. Something you tell your grandchildren. But we don't get it, because Kuwabara decides to step in the ring with broken ribs. Nigga's an absolute dog. But we're not here to talk about Kuwabara being the epitome of a man. On to the next Hiei pack.
You got that dog.
This next fight does not last long at all. Hiei pulls out his sword. We see him take 2 slashes and then sheath that motherfucker. Makintaro, the guy he's fighting, not knowing just how cooked he really is, starts egging Hiei on. Telling him to go ahead and attack him. But here lies the first problem. Hiei already did. He pulls out this nigga's whole left arm from behind his back, and only then does Makintaro peek.
Bro, what would y'all do if somebody cut your arm off, you didn't even know it, bro? It happened that fast. Boy, you will panic, just like this man's face. Look.
Of his missing arm. Nigga starts hopping around looking goofy as hell. Hiei, thinking bro's done, tosses the arm at the announcer and proceeds to walk away. But as he does so, Makintaro does the unexpected and regenerates his arm. But this time, that bitch comes back with an axe. I'm sorry, but what was bro cooking with that axe hand? Nigga thought he was Escanor, only to find out he's worse than Axe Hand Morgan from East Blue. You are trash! Makintaro's gonna rush in and chop down with his axe hand, and he manages to chop the outer layer of Hiei's fit. And let me tell you, Hiei does not take that shit lightly. If you notice, after he chopped bro's arm off, Hiei was leaving the ring. He was cool letting bro live. But once he fucked up the fit, Hiei had to pack the nigga up. And then bro's gonna get him back up off his body. Bro think he I-show speed, just flipping for no reason. Anyway, that's the second victim added to Hiei's Dark Tournament pack watch. And the next victim just so happens to be his very next opponent. Kuro Momotaro walks into the ring and is instantly on some weirdo type timing. Straight masochist shit. The first thing bro does is pick up Hiei's sword and slices part of his own arm.
That was crazy. Still crazy. He enjoyed his own
What
blood,
is bro on?
man. Like,
you think he down or something? After this questionable act, Kuro Momotaro grabs a little ball from off his belt and starts getting zooted. And we find out quickly that this nigga is smoking straight full restores. Not only does he get fully healed, but his body also adapts to Hiei's sword, rendering it completely useless against him. After transforming, he tosses Hiei's sword back at him, and I swear, Hiei purposefully does everything to look clean. With the sword flying straight at him, blade first, he smacks that bitch with one hand, make it flip in the air, and snatches it mid-flip with the other. See what I mean? He does everything with extra sauce. Hands or aura. That nigga Hiei will make sure he's at the top in the end. Just look at how he rushes Kuro Momotaro, hitting a spinning sword emote before he launches himself off his arm. For what? Nigga just being extra acrobatic for the sake of stunning on the crowd. Hiei hits a little fake and he tries to catch Kuro Momotaro lacking. And we see what that earlier transformation can do. Hiei swings his sword, but not only does Kuro Momotaro block it, he ends up snapping Hiei's sword in 2. Had my guy looking bewildered for a second, but he quickly got his composure back. Can't let the crowd know he was shook for a bit. He goes in again, but before he can let his hands fly, Kuro Momotaro pulls up right in front of him with a kick. Hiei weaves it, but Kuro's not done applying pressure. He starts letting his hands go, Hiei dodging the majority of his strikes, but eventually he gets lit up with a nasty gut shot, and then a 2-hand strike to the back of the head. And I know this shit hurt. He hits the ground hard as hell, breaking a chunk off the ring, goes sliding, and finally crashes to the wall of the arena. And something I'm starting to notice, Hiei's opponents really be trying to get that subtle disrespect off. This dude Kuro Momotaro walks in frame and proceeds to mean mug the hell out of bro. After Kuro Momotaro explains how his body adapts to the attacks he takes, Hiei decides to challenge just how adaptable bro really is. He reveals his Jaganai and starts charging up what looks to be another Dragon of the Darkness Flame. But there's a problem. You see, last time Hiei used the Darkness Flame, while it completely obliterated Zero, it also fried Hiei's arm, leaving bro temporarily injured. And right now, if he tried to fire off another Dragon of the Darkness Flame, it would be wraps for him. Hiei is clearly aware of this, because while it looks like he's charging up a Darkness Flame, turns out this whole time, the nigga was pump faking. Instead of firing off another Darkness Flame, he rocks Kuro Momotaro with a fist of the Mortal Flame.
Yes, he
got
did.
bro falling to his knees in pain. But that pain is very short-lived. Kuro Momotaro gets up damn near instantly and smokes on some more of that Demon World Green, once again healing himself and causing another transformation, this time to adapt to the Mortal Flame. He wastes no time getting straight to business, jumps right in the air, cocks his fist back all the way from the sky, and uses the momentum from falling and slugs the hell out of Hiei. Hit that nigga so hard, they had to revert back to manga colors. Then he's
That's
not only gonna chase
insane.
Hiei down,
Manga
but
colors?
beat that nigga to where his body was flying towards and hit him with a second haymaker.
Woo.
Hiei recovers quickly, hitting a little flip before sliding back a bit. Gotta make sure he looks clean, even when he's getting hands put on him. Kuro Momotaro goes in and tries to land another punch, but Hiei sees it coming and leaves. Then on some Rock Lee type timing, he starts running around Kuro Momotaro fast as hell, trying to find an opening. He rushes in, but Kuro Momotaro is not lacking.
Nope.
He swings at Hiei, who ducks the punch as he's coming in, and with Kuro Momotaro open, he starts firing off a barrage of fists of immortal flames. But it ends up not being very effective at all, which shouldn't really be a surprise.
No.
Like, I have no idea why this nigga Hiei is acting so shocked.
Right,
When
it
Kuro
didn't work
Momotaro
before.
took the time out the match to give you a whole ass breakdown of how his ability works. That hit to the back of the head earlier may have actually done some more lasting damage than I
Right, you
thought. Got
also
my nigga on
few brain
CTE watch.
cells.
Kuro Momotaro tries to hit Hiei with another haymaker from the sky, but Hiei jumps out the way just in time, only to get caught lacking by Kuro Momotaro, who teleports behind him and kicks his ass so hard they replay it 3 different times on some RDC shit. He
No, it
activates that
hurts.
Chase Down Hall of Fame and delivers a vicious gut shot to
On you.
But wait! There's more! It starts getting wicked for Hiei. After the gut shot, he gets done like how Bane did Batman, followed by a kick to the gut. And to finish off his assault, he gives him one more good haymaker straight to the jaw. And this nigga Hiei's body stiff as a board. Just look at how bro hits the ground. He don't even break part of the ring this time. Legs stiff as hell in the air as he slides across the ring, giving his face mad floor burn. Kuro Momotaro descends, telling Hiei to throw in the towel, cause he ain't got no shot. But Hiei would rather get packed up than willingly give up this fight. So Kuro Momotaro says bet and rolls up again. This time that Demon World Green turns him into what is that?
Wow.
So apparently this is supposed to be his wolf form, and I gotta say, this shit ugly as hell.
Pathetic.
Look at how bro runs. Nigga look like that one Corey Kenshin meme. Anyway, Kuro Momotaro runs in and tries slashing Hiei with his claws. Hiei jumps out the way, dodging the first attack and barely escapes the follow-up, but his shirt gets sliced up. And this right here must have been the turning point. You can punch and kick Hiei all he wants. He can still recover and make sure he looks clean in the end. But slicing up the shirt, fucking up the fit, unforgivable.
Don't touch
first
the
things
fit.
first, he's got to restore the aura lost from his fit getting messed up. He don't even pick up his sword normally. Peep how he stomps on the handle to flip it in the air so he can grab it. Then he tells Kuro Momotaro this is his last chance to give up. And hearing this, I just knew Hiei was about to do something tough. Bro was getting washed this whole fight, and he's still not pressed by this dude. But Kuro Momotaro, not noticing the type of energy Hiei was giving off, goes in for the finishing blow, batting bro in the neck. I had the entire crowd thinking it was grits for my guy, only for him to pull off a crazy reversal. He holds this shocked face for a bit just to troll. And when he's done playing it up for a bit, he smirks at bro, stabs him with an ignited sword, and finishes him by slicing bro in two and burning his remains. I told you, once the fit got messed up, it flips the kill switch in Hiei's head. Yet another victim added to Hiei's dark tournament pack watch. Now onto Hiei's final match of the tournament. His fight with Bui, his big ass giga in full clad armor. And before the fight even starts, I gotta mention how the announcer is on dick right here. Like, what reason did she have to bring up both these niggas' heights? She really said, standing at 4'11" without the hair. Couldn't even give my nigga the extra inches. And then to really throw 5 on it, she announces that Bui is 9 feet tall. Then the other announcer starts glazing him for his height. Like, bro, we've gone through how many rounds? And ain't not one mention of height. But when it's Hiei's turn, now we want to start talking about niggas' heights. Okay. Anyway, Bui uses his demon energy to form an axe, and no cap, that's probably who that one random Hiei fought earlier thought he was. Hiei, seeing Bui's weapon, decides to reveal his own, and of course he's gonna aura farm while doing it. He takes off his cloak, dramatic as hell, revealing his bandaged up arm. At first, it looks like he's still recovering from his initial use of the Darkness Flame, but thanks to an info drop from Kurama, we find out those bandages aren't for healing. They're actually a seal suppressing the energy in Hiei's arm. The fight kicks off with Bui rushing in and jumping high into the air. And not gonna lie, with how tall he is and that type of running vert, Nick, if you don't get your ass in the league, you know how many teams could use a 9-foot center with a 200-foot running vert? They would have Giannis looking like Kwame Brown. Bui comes down with a backslash, completely missing Hiei, who starts talking shit, telling him he got stormtrooper aim. Bui hearing this, can't let it fly. So he starts picking up pieces of the ring with his axe and yeeting them at Hiei. But all he does is prove Hiei right as he misses every single one. Hiei, getting bored of dodging, decides to start blowing these projectiles up with his fist of the mortal flame. But while he's busy flexing, Bui catches him slipping, dropping from above with another haymaker axe swing. Only for Hiei to counter with a flaming punch, breaking the axe in half and sending the blade flying. Probably packing up some random in the crowd. Bui conjures up another axe and launches it, but all that does is disappoint Hiei, who catches it and burns it to a crisp. So Bui, realizing he needs another approach on some Rock Lee taking off his waist type shit, he starts removing his armor. At first glance, it makes zero sense, until we find out Bui's armor works like the bandages on Hiei's arm. He wears it to contain his uncontrollable power, and when he takes the last piece off, this nigga turns up crazy, energy going nuts. He even starts levitating. But just like his other fights, Hiei is unfazed. He rushes in only to get blasted back by Bui's raw battle energy. So Hiei tries another fist of the mortal flame, smiling, thinking he's fried him, only for Bui to overpower the flames with his energy. Then Bui fires some of it at Hiei. He dodges, but that bit is still on his ass. So with some quick thinking, Hiei appears right in front of Bui, then vanishes, making Bui eat the full force of his own attack, and everyone thinking he nuked himself. So when Bui rises from the crater, best believe everyone is flabbergasted, and bro starts talking crazy.
Ain't no way you thought an attack meant to take your bitch ass
I was tweaking out on this too.
You're gonna take a lot more than that, little bro.
Oh, word? Bet. Chill right there, nigga. I got something for your ass. After being tried like that, he ain't knows what he has to do. And first of all, the ore farming here is ridiculous. He starts by pulling the seal off his bandages, and before he can start cooking, Lee has the nerve to tell him to hurry. Nigga, have you lost your mind? This might be Bui's biggest mistake.
Right.
If there's one thing consistent throughout all of Hiei's Dark Tournament fights, it's this. Don't f with his aura.
No,
whether it's scuffing the
that's not
fit
the
or
aura.
interrupting the farm, you're asking for a death wish, my nigga. Hiei even
much.
pauses his aura farming to check this man.
Quiet, fool. I don't need to be told to hurry up.
He basically told bro, shut your bitch ass up and let a professional aura farmer cook. And cook
Exactly.
he
You
does.
sunned him.
He hits us with one of the coldest scenes in the entire tournament.
Yes.
Camera crew dims the lights, gives my guy his own
it's
spotlight.
clean,
He
boy.
poses, then slowly peels off his bandages. Camera zooms out, bro's hitting a whole new pose.
Yup.
And it's revealed that under the bandages, he's hiding a full sleeve tattoo. Then he tells Bui, you're the next sacrifice to the Dragon of the Darkness Flame. Nah, this nigga Hiei is tough!
He
He starts charging
beyond
up the
tough.
Dragon of the Darkness Flame. And just like the last time, the sky turns red. Black clouds swirl, and waves of demon energy start shooting out the water.
This was
Got the
crazy
whole island
during
shaking.
this time
With his
period.
ult finally done charging, Hiei runs in and fires off his Dragon of the Darkness Flame. And this had Bui terrified. I mean, just listen to bro.
He ain't never seen nothing like that, boy. He
Brother,
thought he
you
was
can't be
cooked.
screaming like that. Not after the shit you were talking. With the dragon coming in hot, no pun intended, Bui prepares himself and tries to
Nice.
stop it in his tracks. And for a quick minute, he actually succeeds.
Mm-hmm.
But Hiei is far from done. He feeds the dragon more power, juicing it up as it starts moving again, trying to break through Bui's battle energy defense. Got bro clenching everything trying to keep the dragon from putting him on a shirt. It gets so intense
This
that the
is
dragon blows
wild.
the top off the stadium and starts flying around the island trying to break Bui. But even pinned against the mountain, there's one thing on his mind. His hatred for Toguro. And I
Yup.
can't lie, the power of hate really do make a nigga turn up. Bui thinks back to his
Yes,
first
he
fight
do.
with Toguro, how he not only got washed, but turned into a groupie by bro. And the pure rage from
remember
remembering
that.
this moment is enough to not only deflect the dragon, but send it right back at Hiei, landing a direct hit and
That
leaving
was
not
a
a single
crazy
trace of him
defense.
left. With it looking like the fight is over, the announcer proceeds to call the results, but before she can declare Bui the winner, a flame forms behind him, before exploding, sending her flying back. Out the fire, a figure starts forming, and that figure is Hiei.
Yes,
You find out that
sir.
Hiei getting hit by his own attack was all according to plan. To fully control the Dragon of the Darkness Flame, he had to absorb it into himself. And by eating a Darkness Flame to the face, he finally did just that. And from Bui's face alone, you can tell he knows exactly what's about
It's
to
over.
happen.
GG's.
Bro even tells himself, don't be frightened before going in for a punch, which
Can't
does
when you're
nothing.
shaking.
And just look at how he cowers in fear. He knows he's cooked. He's just delaying the inevitable. Meanwhile, Hiei is just being an asshole. Bui throws everything he has into that punch, and all Hiei can say in response is,
Nice.
he is not moved by this nigga
No, he's
whatsoever.
like, what are
Bui
you
starts
doing?
wailing on bro, trying anything to bring him down, but it's no
Crazy.
use. He might as well be getting hit by pillows with how little effect these hits have.
Man,
All
that's
Bui can
just
do is
call
stare
it
in
off at
fear.
that point.
With one last-ditch effort, Bui flips Hiei into the air, and the way Hiei's body ragdolls genuinely kills me. Bui activates his chase down badge, leaves him in the back, then slams him into the roof. And the look on this nigga's face while slamming Hiei, that's the face of a man who knows the moment he's done attacking, he's finished.
It's over.
Bui throws Hiei back towards the ground and finishes his assault with a kick that sends him crashing to the ring,
That's
only for Hiei
crazy
to brush
kick.
off every single attack like it's nothing. Bui rushes in again, but Hiei is done playing with his food. He catches Bui's fist and makes bro crumple to his knees without throwing a
Wild.
single punch. Nigga brought him to his knees with aura alone. It's up for Bui, but he's not ready to accept that yet. He
Course
jumps at
not.
Hiei
He gonna
again,
keep
who blasts
fighting.
him away with a wave of energy. Then on some Goku Dragon Fist type timing, Hiei jumps into the air, slugs the hell out of Bui,
Damn.
and sends him crashing to the crowd. He then lands in front of him, and while you might think Hiei is about to put bro on a shirt, there's one major difference between this fight and the others. While yes, Bui did interrupt Hiei's aura farming, the nigga did not fuck up the fit.
Nope.
And for that, Hiei allows him to live, beating him by ring out and
Yep.
going a perfect 4 for 4 in the Dark Tournament. Well,
Yes,
that's all for today,
sir.
folks. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe.
Yes.
And today's question is, who is your favorite anime fire user? Me personally, I gotta go with my goat, Suna. But let me know your picks in the comment.
Okay, good. I like it. I like the commentary. I like the coverage right here, boy. Like I said, man, this is who Sasuke thinks he is, man. Come on, man. You gotta respect the legends, the OGs before you, man. It's man, Hiei. He's about all action, man. Yeah, he talks slick, but he's about his business, man. You mess up the drip, his aura, you getting sent to the gates. That's it, man. And this, like I said, it's my favorite anime all time, Yu Yu Hakusho. If y'all have not checked this show out, man, please do, man. Please make sure you follow Gid2772 as well, y'all. That was my reaction to Hiei's Dark Torment run was elite. And before I end this, thank y'all so much for supporting the channel. Road 10K subs. I'm out. One love. Yeet.